finally unveiled WA's future isolation rules.
Confirmed positive cases will need to self-isolate for a minimum of 7 days instead of the current 14 days.
The new rules come with a warning that they are complex, and they're not kicking in yet, only once the community reaches a high caseload. Just how high isn't clear.
It would basically be irresponsible and reckless to put in place a hard rule because there are so many variables we can take into account.
All the same, the Premier says West Australians can prepare with certainty. Under the new rules, positive cases will only be required to self-isolate for a minimum of 7 days. If they're asymptomatic after a week, they can then leave isolation. Casual contacts will no longer be considered, and close contact definitions will be significantly relaxed. Those who do meet the close contact threshold will only have to isolate for 7 days, unless they test positive.
A close contact will be defined in Western Australia as a household member or intimate partner of a person with COVID-19 that has had contact with them during their infectious period.
It also applies to someone who had a close interaction with an infectious person without a mask on, defined as more than 15 minutes face-to-face or 2 hours in a small room.
But at the same time, if you were to get a single case in an office, our WA rules don't necessarily mean the entire office needs to shut.
Exposure sites will become a thing of the past, and to keep critical industries going, some close contacts will be allowed to go to work unless they test positive. That includes critical building and construction workers, police and emergency services, petrol stations, transport personnel, supermarket and other crucial retail workers, and healthcare services, as well as a long list of other industries. A smartphone app similar to one in South Australia will be rolled out to help to manage and monitor those recovering from COVID at home.
Anyone who needs hospital treatment will absolutely get it.
It could be 430 people, according to Professor George Milne, who has crunched the numbers and says 10% of those patients might land in ICU, leaving 7 intensive care beds to spare. And his equations give similar results, borders or not.
We may not gain much from keeping the border closed much longer than 2 or 3 weeks beyond the 5th of February date.
Of WA's 9 new infections, 2 are yet to be linked to existing cases. James Carmody, ABC News.